All right. When you're ready.
Here comes.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Spinner Rack. We are looking at the Morbius trailer. I'm going to tell you how it's going to be, baby. It's another one here. Jared Leto, not playing the Joker now. He's playing Morbius for Sony and Marvel. Let's check it out. Play it, selector.
Michael,
Okay, good.
I've known you since you were a child. You have a gift. You always have. If there's an answer to your disease, you'll find it.
Oh, yeah, he's going to find it.
I should have died years ago. Why am I still here if not to fix this? I have a rare blood disease, and I'm running out of time. This could be my last chance.
You're up to something. What is it?
That's not exactly legal.
I want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
Oh, no.
At what cost?
I went from dying to feeling more alive than ever. Increased strength and speed.
Yeah.
The ability to use echolocation. An overpowering urge to consume blood.
Looking good, looking good.
How far are we allowed to go? To fix something that's broken.
Hey, that's Tyrese.
Until the remedy is worse than the disease.
I didn't think they were going to do that. I didn't think they were going to do that. Oh, Morbius!
I'm tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
What's up, Doc?
Oh, the vulture is there. Wow. Yo, I'm interested. I got to say, this trailer really got me going. I got to tell you that right now. Petey, I got words to say. I got things to talk. Cal, I'll let you guys drop one or two little hints, and then we'll jump right back in. So, Cal, this is on you, baby.
What was new in this? What did they add that was new from the other trailer that got released before?
Okay, so you are just killing the mood, bro. This is
Just
a pretty
asking a
good
question.
trailer. I don't know. I guess I didn't see the other trailer. I'm seeing this one now, and I thought this trailer was pretty good.
She was fine to see if there's another one. Hold on.
It was an earlier trailer. I'm just trying to see, was there anything?
Hold
Why
on.
does it feel stiff as a board?
I thought, hey, I'm just saying on my thing, taking off this trailer, I'm interested. Jared Leto's coming off strong. You know, the way he's depicting, he's taking in the power, he's moving out. I'm like, yo, Jared! Yo, he does a good job. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think it's rocking right then and there. He looks like Morbius. I didn't think they were going to do all that makeup on the face, you know, because, you know, they didn't want to make pretty boy Jared look the way, you know, give that away. But they're like, screw it. We're going to go the full way. They got the fangs and everything. The blanched face and the bat-looking face, too. I'm all for it, you know? But I wonder if he's going to have that the entire time, or he's going to switch back or whatever.
They'll probably let him switch. He's still an actor, and the agents always want their faces to be seen.
Yeah. But did you like it or did you not like it?
Huh?
I liked it. I think I'm going to check that out. I think that's pretty cool.
One of the reasons I'm trying to find out if this is if there's any difference in the trailer that was released earlier, because I enjoyed the first one. If this is the same thing, I'm pretty much going to say all the same stuff. So I'm trying to see, did I miss anything?
It might be the same one. I don't see anything earlier. I don't see anything different, and this is the only thing I can only say.
I mean, Morbius is one of these characters. I think I was speaking. Yeah, I was talking with Petey about this off. You know, when we were doing one of those after hours shows. And Morbius is one of these characters where like they make this character, and that character gets a lot of push. Where either the people who created the character like really like this character, or company wide they were like, okay, we really want to put something into this character. We think we can get him over this hump. He's gonna he'll be the next big thing for us and such. And Morbius received over the years a lot of push, a countless amount of guest starring roles. First appearance, his first appearance in one of the top books at Marvel and Amazing Spider-Man 101. And he's had his own series at least 4 different times. There's a lot of push on the character. So I already know that he has a strong enough fan following, both in front and behind the desk when it comes to production and the creative aspects of the character. So now to see it on screen, now to see it on screen, I'm like, yeah, this must have been with somebody when he created him all those years back. It was like, yeah, this is what this character could actually bring to the table. So it looks, some of the stuff for me is a little bonk march, okay, I'm going to do this, it's going to turn wrong. And of course I get the enhanced strength and speed and all these superpowers, but oh no, it's going to turn left. Like any of those other classic monster tales, like with Frankenstein or Dracula or the Mummy, that type of stuff. But the production looks there. Okay, you have a nice little tie-in there with the Vulture, which I guess that does speak a little to Sinister Six, I suppose, if you will. But that actually, if I knew nothing about Michael Morbius, and I wasn't familiar with the character, and if I wasn't even a big comic reader, if I looked at this and I said, this looks interesting. This has the whole vampire aspect to it, and people love those type of stories. So it just looks very interesting, and why wouldn't you want to go and see it?
I know. Petey, what's your take?
I enjoyed it. It's a fun trailer. It's it's ultimately the major scene in there with the bats, where it was close to stop it. It was close to what we saw in Batman Begins, but at the same time, it's still cool of actually it catching right in the hand and playing up that aspect, which is, I think with Michael Morbius, he takes the blood in a little differently, because he obviously the comic code will see how they play with that. Well, they go with the traditional route. But ultimately, it looks like it's fun. It looks like it's going to be, and I hope I'm just watching it, enjoying the trailer, and hoping it is as much fun as Venom was, because Venom was really enjoyable. I didn't watch it in the theaters, but I watched it on the plane. Then I watched it recently again. I was like, it still cracks me up. It's still fun. So, hey, if this one is fun, it could be serious. I always like tragic heroes too, but it could also be fun too. If they could fit some of that fun in there, we're off to the good. So, anyway, I'm liking it.
I'm liking Morbius. I think clearly we can see there's a trend in Sony where they're going for the anti-hero vibe. First they're doing the Venom, which is, being the anti-hero there. That movie,
Lethal Protector. No.
While that movie did well and stuff like that, there's some definite problems with the way that whole thing's done. But there's definitely a Venom. If you go to the comic book stores and stuff like that, you definitely, even in the conventions, you see a definite Venom contingent there. You also have the fact that they're going to do the Sinister Six, or they're hoping to do the Sinister Six and stuff like that, where that's their group of somewhat, I said the closest analogy right now is possibly Suicide Squad, their version of that, Sony with their Marvel characters. And now, of course, we have Morbius, who's really an anti-hero who, in some of the comics I read, he seemed very vicious, and Spider-Man had to try to calm the sucker down, So, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cal, he doesn't necessarily always play nice, right?
Well, no, he's the vampire curse, but through science, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all the problems of a vampire, but he's not cursed mystically, if you will, or through occult means or from a vampire's bite. He did it to himself. He's the I forget what exactly what the term is, but he's the mad scientist, and then he becomes a victim of his own. He's like a victim of his own creation at the end of the day. So when you would see him, I mean, Morbius is somebody who could definitely work with you on the right conditions, but he was equally someone who would try to kill you if he got thirsty enough for blood.
Exactly. Or if you crossed him. So, I see that this whole mood, and I'm bringing this up only the anti-hero things because you brought it up in other discussions, where they're now pushing Black Adam in DC, and you see how he is, he didn't start out, he was a villain, now he's like the anti-hero. And I mean, it's a constant theme that they're constantly doing. They're trying to get former villains or to be more.
You mean the movies in general, right?
The movies in general, and I guess that's because you have an older audience who read these comics and they wanted people who are more ambiguous, not clearly black and white. And I think this definitely comes over here. And Jared Leto, I mean, who did he play recently?
Joker.
The Joker, exactly. I mean, you can't get any more bad than that. I mean, the most villainous guy. I mean, he's just moving a little bit more towards the right, and becoming more center, but he's still not explicit way of not always looking out for the crowd. He's whereas Spider-Man, Sony has the nicest of the goodiest of goodies superheroes, and that's Spider-Man. And I go back to what Cal said. Spider-Man is a character who you want to see positive, that you want to, and this is something they should always be playing up. But now they're delving in darker and darker realities, and they're hoping that this will be as successful as Venom, or I don't think it's going to be as successful as Spider-Man, but I do like Jared Leto. I do want to see a more complex character. I do want to see a darker side. But at the same hand, this shouldn't be something that brings down the main franchise, which is Spidey!
How would it bring it down, though? I want you to tell me how you think it would bring it down.
I mean, you start introducing darker characters in a darker universe. And one of the things they're going to have to do is they want to introduce Spider-Man or have him cross over. And I don't think we really want Spider-Man placed in morally ambiguous situation. Whatever he does, and again, I'm taking this from learned over that's the kid. The kid from we want our heroes. We want our heroes to represent the goodness in us. And this is one of the things that Spider-Man does. Yes, he's always trying to be the nice guy, but the same way, you always want your heroes to stay the heroes. You don't want them to have, this is a bad guy, I'm going to put him down forever. No, it shouldn't be that way. He's a hero, I'm going to put him in jail, and that's it. We're not going to go back to this. So that's what I'm talking about. So I don't want him to.
So you're saying that with the success of this, if this success, Venom, Joker, that it'll also bleed into Spider-Man, making him a little bit darker, like at times in the comic books, the Punisher affects the X-Men. They had those moments where they kind of pushed them, the regular heroes, into the darker moments too. Right, that's what you're trying to get to.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. We don't want that. I mean, I think some characters need to stay above board, no matter what. That's what brought us into some of these, liking these characters. And I know Cal is biting at the bit. What do you want to say, Cal?
Part of the problem with that is that too many people think you bring Spider-Man into it and he's going to become darker. You bring Spider-Man into it, you have to remember those guys aren't anti-heroes; they're villains. Okay, in a solo movie, Morbius can be the hero, if you will, because he's the lead character, and there may be other people around, but he's probably going to be the best character or the misunderstood character at the end of the day. But once you bring Spider-Man in, Spider-Man is without a doubt the good guy. Morbius automatically becomes the villain. What you said with Black Adam, they're trying to do a large amount of retconning with him in order to bring that across. But Black Adam is a villain. Same as freaking Venom. So they made the whole buddy cop movie with him. It was more like Lethal Weapon than it was Lethal Protector. But but those guys are villains. And once you introduce Spider-Man into it, it's a totally different thing. So it's only going to tilt one way. Either Venom is going to become like really, really bad, and Spider-Man needs to come here to put him down, or Venom is going to tote the line and he's going to pal around with Spider-Man. That's pretty much the end of it. But I would never expect to see Peter Parker over there strangling somebody, and they're like, "What are you going to do, Spider-Man? Are you going to kill him? This one's for you, Ben." That's what happened.
And I agree with you. I just don't want him to be put in that position at all. You know,
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, now nobody wants that position after they were all cheering for Superman after he snapped somebody's neck. Yeah, okay, I remember that. I remember. Yeah, but Superman's got to change
never
with the
cheered for
time.
that.
Spider-Man shouldn't kill.
I never said that. I never said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
I was never for it. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, but Superman Prime. That's all I got. Superboy Prime. That's all I got to say. P.
All right.
Anything else you got to say?
That's
Before we wrap this up.
I think that's about it. It looks entertaining, and we're liking it.
Yes.
Spinnerack.
Out.
Out.
Booyaka!